our ears so we can wait for instructions. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to learn about energy all day. Do you guys know what energy is?
It is the stuff.
Someone who's raising their hand. Yes.
Energy is what produces light.
Yep. Yes, it can produce light. What else?
It can make things go.
It can make things go.
Like what kind of things?
What kind of things?
Like let's say I built a robot. I would have to use electricity to make it go.
Good idea. What else?
Energy makes humans hyper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another kind of energy. That's a great idea. So today in this session, we are going to learn about wind energy. Do you guys know what wind energy is? Ooh, that's a new concept. So wind energy, I'm from California, so in California in Palm Springs, we have these windmills that go like this, and they have 3 little prongs, and when they spin, they create a circuit that allows electricity to go, and then the whole city can be powered by wind energy. Isn't that crazy? Have you ever seen a windmill before?
Yeah. I have also another thing that can create energy is solar panels.
You're right.
Yep.
That's another form of energy.
Right. So instead of using the sun for energy, we're talking about using.
Evan, what do you know about energy?
There's a lot of types of it. There's like potential energy, there's kinetic energy, there's heat, friction, and all kinds of other stuff.
Potential, kinetic.
Also, when electricity flows through copper wire or any wire, it creates electromagnetic.
You're right. So there's many, many, many different types of energy that we use in our society. Yes.
There are
something else.
very many different ways to use it.
There's different ways to use it. Different ways. What does energy do?
Lots of things.
Yeah, but what is it?
Are microwaves.
So what is it? What is the purpose of energy? Why do we need electricity? Why do we need motors? Why do we need heat? Yes.
To power stuff.
To power things, to make them go. Efficiency, I like that word. Okay, so that's what we know about energy. What you're going to learn in this session is about wind energy. What can you tell me about wind energy? Connor.
Wind energy is wind energy is there's things where you have a farm, those little
the windmills.
thingies.
Yep.
Windmills.
Yep, the windmills power with wind energy. So let me show you my drawing of a windmill.
That looks like a farm.
Kind of.
It's a beautiful flower.
Okay, so what happens is, this is your windmill. And these usually have 3 blades. Have you ever seen a windmill? In California, we have them in Palm Springs because that's where we get a lot of wind. But what happens is, when it turns, these blades, these 3 blades, they're curved like this. So when the wind hits them, it impacts both sides so that it turns continuously around. When it turns with the wind, it produces energy through the gears that are in here, which creates electricity. So then it goes through here and then it powers other systems. You're really going to have to see how money plays a part into planning and engineering, okay? So who can tell me what an engineer exactly is? Who has an idea? Evan.
An engineer is someone who looks at like designs of things like structures and studies how things work, like structures and how to make them better and more efficient, like
Ooh, I like those words.
resistant to earthquakes and being able to like go stand up and be real tall without like crack.
Awesome. So what kind of engineer is that? We did that yesterday. That's a structural or earthquake engineer. there are many types of engineers, but I like what you said. Hold on, Connor. I like what you said about being efficient and making improvements. Engineers design technology to make our lives better. So technology isn't just this computer or my cell phone, okay? Technology can be anything that helps improve our lives that wasn't here before. So do you think this table is technology?
No.
Why not?
It is.
Were tables here from the beginning of time?
No.
Was it designed to help people write?
Yes.
So is it technology?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you bet it's technology. What else in this room is technology?
Your glasses.
My glasses? What do these do?
They protect your eyes.
They protect my eyes. Did people engineer these?
Yes.
Yeah, so engineers make life better by designing and improving models so that we have new technology in our lives. Yes.
A person who drives a train.
A person who drives a train.
They're called an engineer.
A conductor.
Oh, I thought it was an engineer.
But there are
There's
people.
conductors.
There are people who design train tracks, and actually, there's people who design. Yes, but there's people who design even the way society is developed. So these streets that are developed in here, the way these parking lots are set up, and the way roads are paved.
They're set up to be efficient.
Exactly. So there's engineers who design the way road maps work. Engineers literally take up almost every aspect in our lives that could be possible. So there's many, many different types of engineers out there.
The engineer, I think the engineer that does what we do is called an aerospace engineer. Or
What we do.
what we just did, the activity.
Oh, yeah, that's an aerospace engineer. So they work on aircrafts, and what did we work on as far as making sure our shuttles landed softly and safely? Indigo, do you know? What are those called? What do we talk about? The rovers. What do the rovers have to make sure everyone in the aircraft is safe? They're called help her out. What is it? Shock absorbers, okay? So the shock absorbers allow all our astronauts to land safely, okay? And cars have them too, if you didn't know that.
In the suspension.
And
Yeah,
they do have suspension.
I have a question.
What's your question?
So, would a carpenter count as an engineer?
They do the work. So if the carpenter is designing,
Yeah, if the carpenter designs the same thing.
then yes, they are an engineer. If they're designing the process, they're an engineer. If the carpenter's just doing what is being told by someone else, he's not doing the designing, is he? He's just building based off instructions.
So we made a combination of To Rescue and our thing.
Okay.
And basically,
So show me what it does.
Basically, it's like a somebody's in trouble.
turn this on. And that is supposed to go away. It's not working. What happened?
Okay, Sam.
There we go. So it works like that. And
Nice.
you add To the Rescue. And then you have the screwdriver and the sweat thing.
So what does it do? The sweat thing. What are we doing?
It has
while-
a sweatband. So
Sweatband.
you can be a worker with a screwdriver during a hot day with this sweatband.
Oh.
You can have this flashlight to go, or light to go
So
in
it's for
certain
construction
places.
workers.
Yes, and then it could also be a combination of
Like
like
a,
a police officer
Police
going
officer,
to the
fire
rescue.
truck, or something like
Nice. Awesome. You ready? Are you taking the video?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, take off.
that. Yeah,
And
Very
then pieces. Okay, but there's different things in here that you can use. There's even these little pieces that you can use as like accessories. So like this little purple screwdriver can help you modify anything.
This.
The LED light, that's the light that shows through this. So you can adjust the light color.
So you have to have.
Yes. Okay, does that make sense? So you just gotta play around with it. So I think this is your LED. All right.
What we're going to do is we're going to have the base the same as the roof, and it's going to have straws since they're flexible and they can bend, and then we're going to have the fuzzy pipe because it's flexible.
A rover.
We're going
Why are there marshmallows?
to shock.
You guys are so smart.
It's so dark in there.
You gotta start building, man.
I can't.
It goes in the other one.
So right here.
You have to take that out.
The islands, because Japan's an island. It goes along all the areas over here. So it goes around through here. And then if you continue the map, it goes through over here where California is, along the coast, and then down through Mexico, and then Chile. Chile is another country that gets a ton of earthquakes. In fact, last year they had a 7.7, and that's really big. That's really, really big. And in fact, I was in California this past month, and I was in 2 earthquakes. They weren't big, but that just tells you how many earthquakes that we actually get. So, kind of crazy. Do you guys have any questions about earthquakes? Or what kind of engineers were you? One person tell me. Allie, what kind of engineers were you?
Earthquake engineers.
Earthquake engineers? What's another name for it? Structural engineers, okay? So you guys were structural engineers today. What about during our robotics lesson? What did you guys learn? Go ahead, Connor.
That you need the right rotations and everything, like the rotations on the wheel,
Mhm.
or the right.
To get to a specific spot, right? What else, Jake?
That you will need to give me the program the second one for testing.
Yes, yes. What else?
Everything exactly.
What do you call that?
Bubble art. Bubble art.
What kind of colors are those?
Yellow, red, and blue.
Look right.
We gotta keep it going. What?
Yes. Does it work when you turn it?
We're almost done.
Can you crank it?
Oh, what else do you have to do? Something.
It's your bottom one.
It is.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one to the left.
Actually, that's right.
Oh,
Okay, give it a try.
You ready? I dropped the piece. Okay, we gotta. I'm doing this thingy down here.
We have a windmill.
Whoa.
Did you guys finish? Okay, come look at theirs, because we gotta go.
Wait, people, not yet. People, back up.
This is awesome.
That is very cool.
Energy is cool.
Okay, so gather around, you guys.